Hi guys, it's Kiyariko here, and I'm back with another character speed build. This video is relatively short, so I'm going to get into it right away, talk about what this is inspired by, what this is based on, who these characters are. So I recently watched the, I believe it's from the 90s, the film Misery, which is based off of a Stephen King novel of the same name. And that movie is about, I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's this author who writes this book series about this character named Misery, and then he's basically kidnapped by like his quote-unquote like #1 fan, and then she's basically basically crazy and keeps him locked in her basement and keeps him like, she wants him to like write stories about Misery, like all this stuff. Like the plot is obviously much more structured and complicated than I'm explaining it, but that's basically the gist of it. And I was inspired by that movie to make basically something of the same plot line in The Sims, but with different characters. So I come up with these two female characters. This is Rebecca, who is gonna basically take the place of Annie Wilkes in the movie Misery. So she's the one who's a little bit, you know, crazy, and she's the one who locks the writer in her basement. Her character pretty much is, in terms of like characterization, is pretty much the same as the character in Misery. She's just a little bit off her rocker. She's, you know, the #1 fan of the writer. She's, you know, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but this is Rebecca, and then the author that she kidnaps is named, ooh, did I forget the name? Oh damn, I definitely forgot the name of the other character that I made, but we'll see her in a second. But yeah, so this is me just creating her. I create her everyday look, and then I also created a sleepwear look and a cold look. And that was just because all the other outfits I felt like weren't really gonna fit into the story that I was imagining that was gonna play out. But I did imagine that we'd see her in her sleepwear at some point, and probably in her cold weather wear if she went outside in like the snowy cold. Which you'll see tomorrow when I upload her cabin where she keeps the writer locked in her basement where she lives herself. It's like an what's the word? Isolated cabin up in the mountains by a lake. And that was the idea, that it was like all isolated, no one's up there, and it's like off the grid, off the map kind of place. And I actually really like how the build turned out. I think it's really cool. I added a lot of little details and stuff like that I think you guys will have a lot of fun with. So stay tuned for that build that comes out tomorrow. But these are the two characters that inhabit that build, so I wanted to release this first, just so you could get an idea of what the story would be. So that is Rebecca, and now we're moving on to the writer. So the writer, obviously the main difference is from the movie is that the main writer, what's his name? Paul Sheldon, I think is his name, but I don't quite remember if it is. The captive is a man in the movie, but I wanted to do two women in this plot in my personal playthrough, just because, I don't know, I found it more interesting to see this dynamic instead. And I wanted to have like a female writer like claw her way out of captivity and like, you know, to freedom, and just, you know, just be an all-around badass is who I imagined this character to be. So here I am dressing her up. I kind of imagined her clothes would probably be maybe stuff that Rebecca made her wear, like old sweaters of hers, things that she knit, like, oh, I'm your biggest fan, like I knit you this sweater, and like she has to wear it, so she's wearing that little sweater top that definitely looks knitted. And then I just gave her a pair of slacks, and I didn't give her any shoes, just socks, because I figured, well, she's in captivity, she probably doesn't have her shoes anymore. I don't know. So here I am just giving her some socks. And then I do give her the same 3 outfits, so her everyday, her sleepwear, and then her cold weather wear. So for her sleepwear, I basically just gave her the same thing. She's just wearing the knitted top, but just without pants, I guess, because maybe it's hot in there. Maybe she's just more comfortable without pants. Just because none of the other bottoms felt right, like fit right to me. It just felt, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, I'm doing the cold weather outfit now. I gave her a sweater, the same slack pants, because I just wanted her outfits to be variations of like the same 3 pieces, basically. And yeah, so this is, oh my god, what is her name? I know her last name is Christie, because I wanted to name her after Agatha Christie. Let's see. Julia? Jean. Yeah, Jean Christie. So her name is Jean, which I thought was a pretty cute name. And here's some screenshots of them in the house, a little sneak peek of the house. And yeah, I hope you guys tune in tomorrow to watch that video. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time, and check out the movie Misery. It's a really good one.